Welcome to this week's episode of the Daily Dose with District 8. I'm Megan Schaefer, the District 8 4-H Program Specialist out of Stephenville, and this week I'm joined by two of our District Council Vice Chairmen, Kinlee Gardner from Coryell County and Paisley Groschke from Robertson County. Hi, ladies. How are we tonight?
We're good. How are you?
Good. Good. We have our district council officers in motion. Paisley's on a bus coming back from a livestock judging contest, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So we're gonna just dive right on in. This week's topic is about 4-H projects and what makes a quality 4-H project. And so before we talk about that, let's hear about you gals, and what your projects are. Who wants to? Kinley, you want to start us out?
Yeah, I can start. So, like Megan said, my name's Kinlee Gardner, and I'm from Coryell County. Coryell County. So getting started in 4-H, many people when asked that question, they say, "Oh, well, I started in third grade." Well, not me. I'm a little different. I was practically born into 4-H. With my mom being a extension agent, and then my dad being actually serving on state council. I've been in a stroller, been pushed around through 4-H Roundup. I've been through every event you can imagine, all starting when I was still in a little carrier. So I was very blessed with that opportunity, and to watch my sister grow up through the process and watch her gain the opportunities and the experiences that she got to learn, and then seeing the friendships she got to build, it really spiked my passion and to go through 4-H like she did. And so going through 4-H is one of the best things I've ever done. I've met my greatest friends, learned the greatest lessons, and it's so fun. And I cannot wait to. I still have one more year left, and I cannot wait to finish it with a bang.
Awesome. Paisley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Paisley Groschke from Robertson County 4-H, and I definitely relate to Kinley as being born into this industry. My dad is a cattle ranger at Embrain Groschke Cattle Company, and I was just born into showing livestock. I've shown steers and heifers for my whole life, and I used to show pigs, but I've taken a step back from that, and I've really focused on the cattle industry. And I traveled to Cattlemen's Congress, all the majors. I truly love showing livestock, helping new showmen enjoy showing livestock, and continue to enhance the agricultural industry through beef.
Yeah. So that's something you guys have in common though, right? Both of your parents are in extension. And so that's kind of a unique thing. I didn't put that together when we were planning out this episode, but I think that's really awesome. Okay, so let's just dive right into what is a 4-H project? We hear that all the time, that we have this project or that project. What makes up a 4-H project?
I think a 4-H project is just something that you are passionate about, something you're willing to learn from, and something you're willing to go out and educate yourself and learn from others, willing to take risks and take challenges and learn from failures. But in the end, having a project that you're passionate about, you really like, and succeeding in that project is a great achievement. And so I think the first step of really just kind of picking out your project that you want to do is you have to be passionate about it and really feel the joy that, and so you can learn from it easier and go out and make those connections to really form your project.
Awesome. Paisley, you have anything to add?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to go ahead and bounce off of Kinley. I truly believe that maintaining and raising a project is all about responsibility. It definitely takes a lot of time, thought, process, just a lot of time out of your day and out of your life to really put your time into that project and get them to the end goal that you're hoping for at the end of the Texas majors. And it's definitely taught me responsibility and how to not only do my work, but help with my brother's work in the barn as well. And also teaches you how to be a team player and have insanely good communication, and it has great career skills when you're older and going into college.
Yeah. So I'm going to add on to that just from a youth development standpoint. When we talk about 4-H projects, we're talking about the things that you're actually doing through 4-H. And a 4-H project is made up of of 4 parts. The first part is our 6 major learning experiences that we go through, whether those come through project meetings or workshops or going out and feeding every day and working with our animal. Those are our learning experiences. The second part is our service that we have through our project. That's our community service projects. The next part is our leadership that we have through those projects, where you either serve as a mentor or you have assist with workshops, or you're a livestock ambassador, healthy Texas youth ambassador, or things like that. And then the last part is that exhibition, where we talk about those contests and those livestock shows. So I think we have all those different parts, and they form this really cool thing that you get to be part of, right? So it's a lot of fun. Okay, so if we wanted to find more experiences to include in our project, like more workshops to attend or different ways to learn about our projects, how do we go about that? What do we do?
I definitely find that social media is the best aspect to engaging the younger generation here. I know that lots of creators like to use TikTok, and I've seen the Oklahoma Youth Expo post a lot of TikToks about their showmen and how they've worked really hard with their projects to get to their end goal. And I think that's a great idea and a way to get younger teenagers into this generation, or really just any young kid at this age. And I think it's a very smart idea on how to do it.
Awesome. Kinley, have you anything to add?
You're absolutely right, Paisley. And, to kind of add to that, and if you're kind of old school, or maybe you're younger and you don't have TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, look around you and talk to the professionals in that project area, or look at your 4-H alumni that have been through that project area. And you can always start with your county agent. They always know people that have started with that project, or maybe themselves have been through that project, or have had kids go through that project. So asking people around you, and then also, just like Paisley said, going on social media and seeing what other people are doing to get ideas, because maybe you don't know what you want your project to be in yet, because you like a lot of things and you want to narrow it down, and seeing just kind of what other people do to see if it sparks something inside of you to get you going into your right project.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Okay, so what does somebody do if they want to participate in a project that maybe nobody else in their county participates in? What should they do?
I think the first step is talking to your county agent about maybe seeing if there's a neighboring county that will work out an agreement with you, or even if you go out and spark some interest in some other people and start your own project group, whether that be, say you want to do shooting sports and your county doesn't have a shooting sports team, go out and find kids that like to hunt, like to shoot guns, and start that project area yourself and make it impact on your community. I think that's a great start to making an impact on your community.
Awesome.
I totally agree. I feel like communication is the absolute key to start. Contact your county agent. Go ahead and do some research on your own. Try your best to get as much knowledge on that topic. And then just communicate with your county agent, his friends, your friends. Try your best to talk with others, get more information about the topic, and then eventually try out the topic. Try out the event you're wanting to go out and do, and then teach others about it to get more people involved in it.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, so let's talk about you guys specifically. What projects have you been involved in? You've kind of touched a little bit on it, but let's talk all the projects all the projects you've done. And then in a second, I'm going to ask you a second part of that question. So what projects have you been involved in?
So I've shown steers my whole life, and I showed heifers for probably 5 years now, and I showed pigs for 7 years until I eventually had to take a break from it to focus more on the cattle perspective.
Okay. Kinley, what projects do you have?
I'm really big in the swine project. I showed cattle for a couple of years. I'm also big into health and personal safety, nutrition. I did photography when I was younger, food challenge. So those are really, I've been involved in a lot. So those are my main ones.
Awesome. Okay, so what project, Paisley, you also have a livestock judging project, right?
Yes, ma'am. I totally forgot to mention what I do almost every single day is livestock judge. That's one of my key passions in life, and I can't believe I forgot about it as I'm coming home from a judging contest today.
So that brings me to my second question, which I think you can answer for me right there, Paisley. What's your favorite project that you've been involved in?
Definitely livestock judging. It definitely faces you with some challenges, and it messes with your mindset a lot. Like, typically, if I don't have a good day, I can get upset, but it's all about cheering for others, because if you want someone to clap for you, you have to clap for them and be their biggest cheerleader. So I definitely love livestock judging a lot. It's what I'm most passionate about, and I can't wait to carry it on to my high school career and definitely my college career as well.
Awesome. Kinley, what's your favorite 4-H project?
So my favorite 4-H project is definitely the swine project. I've been around it since my sister was in 3rd grade. My dad showed pigs, so that's just kind of in my blood to show pigs. But I've definitely learned a lot of lessons. Those lessons be good lessons all the way to hard lessons. I've learned from failures, but learning from those failures, it's really impacted my success in the project area. And I can't wait to share the experiences that I've had with the younger generation that are really pursuing in the swine industry. And even going back to my county in helping coach a showmanship clinic, or helping younger ones pick out the pigs, or kind of inform them on what they need to look for, what they might need to feed, and helping those younger generations really improve in something, because I want to see them succeed as much as I want myself to succeed, because it's not all about you. At one point you have to share your knowledge with others, and I think just sharing your knowledge with starting at your county level is a way to impact the 4-H as a whole. Even though if you're just at your county level, it's still impacting the state of Texas, because the more people you impact, the more people they're going to impact. So I think that's a big deal of why I like the swine project, because I'm very knowledgeable in that area, and I've done it for a long time. So, and I've learned lots of lessons and lots of memories from it.
Awesome. Go ahead, Paisley.
I was just saying, amen. I totally agreeing with Kinley. That's as much people involved as possible. Amen.
Awesome. Okay, so if you had to give a piece of advice to a brand new 4-H'er who's trying to figure out what project they want to get involved in, what would you tell them?
I would definitely show them the other aspects of agriculture, not just raising a livestock project. I would recommend fashion, food channel, not as incredibly hands-on with aspects of livestock, so you don't have to go straight into the dirt and grime of everything, and you can slowly ease your way into it, and you don't have to be heavily involved, and you can still use time management, leadership skills, and responsibility while still maintaining a 4-H projects.
Awesome. Kinley, what would you tell them?
I mean, Paisley took the words right out of my mouth. Is it really expand your knowledge and your horizons, and don't just say, oh, if I'm going to be in 4-H, I have to do a livestock project, because you don't. There's robotics, there's cooking, there's leadership, speaking events. There's so many things out there, and if livestock's not for you, that's okay, because 4-H has something for you, whether that be a one-act play, singing. 4-H has it for you, I promise you. And to really, just because you're scared of going to 4-H because you're not into livestock, don't be afraid, because there are many kids out there just like me. I'm into livestock, but I also do other things. I'm a Healthy Texas Youth Ambassador for the state of Texas, and I go around teaching about health and personal wellness and things like that. That's not livestock, but I'm not afraid to tell people that, because I've really learned a lot of lessons, and it's good to see both sides of 4-H, the livestock and the other side of it. And I think that's where a lot of people get confused, is when they think of 4-H, they're like, oh, they're just in a livestock project. But a lot of kids now aren't. There's a lot of kids active in robotics and cooking, and having a mom that actually runs the state roundup cooking contest. I see that all the time, and I have to go help her set up and help her with the contest. I'm like, wow, this has really expanded from when I was just a little girl helping you. It has really, really gotten really big, and I love to see that, because that means that a lot of people are getting the information out that 4-H isn't just about livestock and showing your animals, that it's about more than everything else. And if you, just because you're not into livestock does not mean 4-H isn't for you, because I promise you it is.
Awesome. Okay, is there anything else that you want to add about 4-H projects before I have a final question for you?
I just want to preach about you should absolutely get involved in the 4-H and there's projects for you. Like Henley said, you should definitely contact your county extension agent, contact your ag teacher, whoever you want to contact to get involved in the 4-H, because it is such an amazing program that teaches you so many life lessons that I still use today and I will continue to cherish.
Awesome. Okay, my last question for you is kind of a random question. It has nothing to do with 4-H projects. Okay, it's just a fun question. What is something that people would never expect about you?
I have a fake, but I'm not going to show you.
Okay, Paisley, you cut out. You got to say that again, sister. we're not gonna know what Paisley's thing that people would never expect she cut out.
Yeah.
We'll get her back in a second. Kinley, what is something that people would never expect about you?
So today I also had a livestock judging contest, and I actually placed 549 out of I don't even know how many kids, but a lot of people wouldn't expect that my sister Kinlee Gardner just got named second All-American in livestock judging at the JUCO level, and is actually going to Texas Tech to judge for their team. So just because I'm related to her does not mean that I'm a livestock judger, because we are two different kids, and but I think where we kind of like is showing pigs. That's really where our passions join right there. But sports, I'm definitely the better softball player. She probably won't admit that, but I will.
So Paisley tapped in what her thing that people would not expect about her is that she is a fake tooth. I love that. Paisley, that's awesome. Okay, well, I think that's all we have for you guys this week. Be sure and tune in next week. We have our final council officer, not our final. I think we've got one more after Brecken, but we'll hear from Mr. Brecken Shipman on some topic. I'm not sure what it will be yet, but we will have a conversation with him. And so with that, we say thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.